Second half here to come, and they're going to have to do plenty of that. Leeds, lots of running and lots of bonding as well out there on the pitch. Let's rejoin Jonathan Davis and Dave Wood. St Helens out early and standing there with their arms crossed, waiting for Leeds.
They're ready, aren't they? They're well used to this semi-final situation.
I think they'll have to do more than bond on the field. I think they need some points, to be honest. That's what Leeds need.
The running on the spot is not to be encouraged in a game, is it? St Helens, their 10th consecutive semi-final. They've won 6 of the previous 9. It's a record-extending run that they're on here today. Ellery Hanley is with us today, one of the all-time greats, of course, a former Leeds and St Helens player, along with Wigan and Bradford, and a glittering Great Britain record as well, both as a player and as a coach.
And dancing on ice.
Yep.
I couldn't believe when I saw him all that sequin stuff.
Just looking at him briefly there, he looks as though he could still play. He was a fantastic athlete, wasn't he?
He was. Great player.
A man who scored great tries and then became a great scorer of tries as his career developed. Here, Leeds looking to get this second half underway and looking to get their semi-final underway as well, having led by 8 points to 0. Rather stuttered ever since then, and St Helens have taken hold of it, leading 18 points to 8.
Yeah, I think they need, territory and possession now. That's what they need, to get the ball in the opposition 20-metre area. That's where they were dangerous.
So this first set at the start of the second half, St Helens in possession, and will be just keen to keep hold of it. 5 good drives and then a kick maybe, just to set a platform if they can. Nothing fancy required in these early stages.
I tell you what, James Rugby took a knock there. He's limping now.
He is. You can just see the trainer alongside him, or you could. Well, that's what they didn't want to do, St Helens, lose possession. Tony Pullatua putting one finger in the air to signify 1 minute of big effort here, because John Wilkins knock on.
Yeah, big mistake. That's the opportunity that Leeds wanted. Field position, attacking position for them very early in the second half.
Well, Roby's 2 in on that right-hand side, the St Helens defence. It'll be interesting to see if Leeds run at him. In fact, they've gone the other way.
No, yeah, he is definitely limping. He's running it off now.
Hold.
This is Diskin. About 20 yards away. Peacock had to take it in. Lulai just overrunning on the outside.
Move.
Peacock drives.
Hold.
This is Diskin. It's with Maguire. Throwing it away to Webb. Webb to Senior. Senior to Hall. No questions about the pass. But there is a question about obstruction. Well, for my money, it looks as though it might have been a forward pass. Well, Senior to Hall, but there's an earlier question.
You can't say the forward pass, though, Dave, can you? That's not in the equation. If it was forward or not, that doesn't matter. He's just looking at the obstruction.
Well, again, the body language, Saints trying to present it as it being in their favour. What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm not sure I think it's Roby, and he was committed, wasn't he? Let's just have a look at this. Eastwood comes in.
He's not crossed in front of.
Does Roby make the tackle? I don't think that's obstruction.
And the pass looked good, actually, didn't it? It didn't look forward from that angle.
Hang on. Well, if it's... That's a try then, isn't it?
Yep, you'd have thought so. Dummy runner. There's a fine line often between whether the man running into the defensive line is just a dummy runner or is obstructing the defence. Ian Smith decides on this occasion he was a dummy runner, legitimate enough, no problems with that. And what a perfect start to the second half from Leeds. Ryan Hall with his second try of the game. And they've just pulled themselves up by the bootstraps here.
Yeah, given the opportunity, there's the knock-on. John Wilkin will not be happy. He had a very, very solid first half. There we are, the dummy runner. And I think that James Roby was injured, and he took on himself to commit to the tackle. And unfortunately for him, it was the wrong call. He went in very, very early, exposed his outside backs. Give and take, good finish, try. Thank you, back in the game, Leeds.
And a big kick for Kevin Sinfield. Ryan Hall's second try, his 25th of the season so far. Kevin Sinfield, who's got a perfect kicking ratio so far. Looking to add another 3 that pulls Leeds back to within 4 points. Pinpoint. 14 for Leeds, 18 for St Helens. From a neutral point of view, exactly what we needed in the second half. And certainly from a Leeds point of view, they will relish this moment.
He wasn't even looking, was he? He's looking at the ball carrier, James Rugby, unfortunately. Good finish, give and take.
So Leeds back in it.
Time that run,
Foster
lads.
with a restart. Now St Helens scored 3 tries without conceding. Can Leeds do something similar here to put themselves back in front? Or are we going to get a big response from St Helens in these next few minutes?
2.
Peacock
Move.
takes it in for tackle 2.
Go.
Here's Diskin. Eastwood, with a bit of a debt to repay his side, having literally gifted Saints a try in that first half. Sinfield. He was inside the 40.
If his kick's got to take it, that's it. Well played, Gardner.
Had to gather that one in, because had it gone out of play again, it would have been Leeds' head and feet at the scrum. As it is, St Helens can bring it away. Wilkin. It's driven forward by Helens. Tanya has some early news. Tanya.
Yeah, just a little bit from what the team doctor said. The Saints told to be patient but keep playing for their field position. Leeds told to stick to the game plan, cut out the errors and get an early score, which they have, of course, done.
Illuminating stuff as Roby brings it forward and manages to make the halfway. This is Cunningham, barreling in again. Paul Clough taking a tumble. And they're already up at tackle 6 here. This is Wilkin, looking to steeple one high on that left foot. Webb comes forward, Wellens 2. The 2 fullbacks both have eyes on the ball, but it's a sensational catch by Brent Webb.
Didn't take his eyes off the ball there.
So much pressure here, you'd have heard Wellens. Kept his concentration completely. And Maguire threatening to rip through. Cunningham couldn't quite keep hold, but 2 more are back to make the tackle. Here's Diskin.
That's forward pass. There we are. Left didn't see it.
Diskin.
And they're on a roll now, Leeds, aren't they?
Just getting a bit of pace down the middle here from the play the ball. Sinfield now moving it wide. Delaney.
Good tackle.
Melly was a huge handful. And Delaney had to cope with him without thinking about getting the ball away. Maguire puts it high now. Foster's coming in, Hall's underneath it. Foster's taking it. That's another super catch. And a good step away. This is good play by the young winger. It's what marks him out as a real one for the future, isn't he? Terrific play on this, the biggest of stages. And a penalty for St Helens.
Yeah, not 10 yards. And they did have enough time to play it to get back there. He was held down, Foster. Definitely in front, you see them. I think it was Clarkson more than Diskin.
Scott Moore with the duty of finding touch in the Huddersfield side that beat St Helens in the semi-final last year when I was on loan at that club.
And this is where St Helens have to play. That's the thing. If Leeds have a good kicking game, I can't see St Helens scoring from distance because they haven't got the pace, you know. This is where they have to be.
There's Roby showing no signs of that earlier injury. Maybe he has run it off. Cunningham now collects and claiming that Luluai's in his way. The referee says play on. In by Jacob Emmett.
Any trick in the book.
Cunningham hands on hips, but he'll explode potentially in a minute. Instead he passes it out. Gidley stepping, reaching. Has he gone over? Or is he dragged back? Phil Bentham's not sure.
3rd tackle, checking the grounding. Possible double movement.
Possible double movement.
Right.
Now if he was tackled, put the ball down and then reached again.
The one thing about this player is he can sniff a try line. Watch his body angle. He goes low very early. He spots Burrow in front of him. Hall comes in. I think I think that's on the line because he certainly isn't a double movement. He hasn't moved it yet, has he?
No, there's no double movement.
So he's either on it or he's not. If he's on the line to try, there's no double movement. I think we've seen enough, maybe.
Well, that appears reasonably conclusive.
That's the same angle, so that's a try. His elbow is over the try line.
Yeah. That looks good enough.
His head's on the try line, the ball's in front of his head.
As long as you tell the difference between a ball and a head.
Yeah.
Here comes a decision, an easy one for Ian Smith. The video referee's had a few today, and he pushes the button to tell you that Matt Gidley has scored a very important try for St Helens.
Very, very important there, Dave. And very good play by, young Foster. Took the ball, made yardage, then an offside, given field position. As I said, that's where Saints want to be. A blow for Leeds, they have to respond. They have the pace, Leeds, they will be in this game for the 80 minutes.
Well, it all started with this young man, didn't it, at the other end of the field when he took that high bomb. Tough, superbly well, and then the step and the little clearing run.
Tough kick this is, this is the toughest kick.
Well, he's hit it sweetly enough, but the St Helens fans behind those sticks will remain on their seats, and the touch judges' flags waving down, but 14 points to 22. It's an 8-point gap. Means that Leeds have to score twice here to put their noses ahead. Matt Gidley with a try in the 47th minute.
Time to run, lads.
Are St Helens on their way back to Wembley? Or are Leeds able to find a route back into this game? And a route back down Wembley Way, a voyage they haven't taken since 1999. It's a long, long time between drinks for a big club like Leeds.
Oh, big hit. Lulai lined him up, tried to smash him, really.
Cunningham. Down this blind side, Flannery. Stepping it forward. Oof, you'll be glad he didn't fully make contact there, won't he? Roby gathered in.
Move! Hold! Wait, lads.
Here comes Cunningham. Moore, just looking for field position, not the best of kicks. But difficult bounce for Ryan Hall, makes it a little better, and Moore's very quickly up there in support.
Yeah.
Lee Smith has a bit of a habit of scoring important tries.
He has, and maybe that's the reason he had the nod today, but he hasn't had much of the ball, has he?
Penalty for Leeds. Just a slightly uncomfortable seat that Brian McLennan's sitting in at the moment, the Leeds coach, knowing that his side are just on the wrong end of it at the moment. Sinfield's kick has given Leeds this position. Diskin, Maguire, here comes Peacock. Shoulder first and barges forward, setting the platform. Now Diskin. Maguire, here the fancy feet, and my word, he sold the dummy there on Kieran Cunningham. But he ran into Scott Moore.
Smashed him.
Burrow, flat ball. Eastwood.
He won't be offloading for a while, let me tell you.
Diskin. Oh, Lulai wasn't expecting that. He was a very flat support player in the line, and he was not expecting that pass.
That was just set up to take one in for the ball to come wide, because they were stacked on the right-hand side. Pass was too powerful, really. Just watch. You've got to just pop that up for Lulai to run onto it. You can't just flip it out.
Don't forget the red button for him, by the way, after we've finished on this game. Push the red button and email us anything you want to talk about in terms of rugby league. rugbyleague@bbc.co.uk. Talk about this game, tomorrow's game, and lots of the different issues that are abounding in rugby league. For example, you might want to talk about the start of next season. Anyway, here comes Foster with a break down the right-hand side. Oh, and he threw a pass, wasted a pass. Well, the referee has given a knock-on here against Leeds. That's the right decision.
What skill, great skill here on the short side. Just watch. There's a great tackle by Rob Burrow. He's not in touch. Ball goes back. And I think the knock-on was by Eastwood. Just watch the skill. 1, 2, 3. Gidley, great skill.
Well, the more you see of Jamie Foster, the more impressive he seems to get. Meantime, St Helens in prime position again here. Another try might just knock the stuffing out of Leeds. Might just carry them down Wembley Way.
I think that belief is there now. I can sense that belief coming through St Helens. Uncertainty from the injuries and the change of personnel, but now you can feel that they're growing in stature.
Wilkin held up 5 yards away. Ryan Hall wants more defenders on his side because he fears Saints are going that way, and indeed they are. Here comes Gidley. But look how many Leeds players are in.
But again, he fancies his chances against Burrow.
Back it's spun to Wilkin. Leeds his line advancing. On for Clough.
This will go up in the air. Wilkin.
Little push on Clough, but the referee says get up. Here comes Wilkin. End over end it tipples here. Lee Smith underneath it, but Gardner's there, throws it back. Oh, they just got in each other's way. And Bryn Hargreaves consumed by Leeds defenders. Oh, and he's almost over. Almost over.
Yeah, I think they neglected the fact that Trident was so near, just didn't want him to pass.
Well, they got away with it. It's all good foot, isn't it? And Leeds now with a big job on their hands, because having got the ball back, they've got to make some distance here. Look how close they are to their own line. And that will help. Oh. That really will help.
Hands in. Back up, lads. Straight out, Matt. Move. Go.
12 minutes and a half.
Here we are. Taking our possession once again. Favouring St Helens.
Hold. Go.
And also, but Leeds, look, territory's a lot better, but
2. Move.
most of the territory has been in, the possession has been in their own half.
There's little Rob Burrow, only recently back from injury, so maybe not at his sharpest. It's Hall, and again under pressure, slipped it away, and Moore drops on it, and Saints have it again.
Why do they do that? Why do they go to the touchline, and why do they just flip it out the back? They need possession. They've got to keep the ball in hand.
19 times one side or the other has lost possession so far today.
You've got to just take a leaf out of St Helens' book. Handling errors has been minimal, and they've just kept on going. They've stuck to this game plan. Usually very, very expansive, St Helens, but today they have a job to do, and at the moment doing it well.
Oh, Graham with a wonderful offload. Cunningham to Helens. Cunningham again, hands on hips. He looks for any money as though he's puffed out, doesn't he? But he's not. Here's Wilkin. Wriggling another yard or two, but here comes tackle 6, and look how quickly Cunningham's up there again to get them going. Gidley tries to put the kick through, knowing it was the 6th.
I think Scott Moore at the moment had a great game. Chased everything, kicked everything out of position.
Leeds looking for the quick play of the ball. Maguire.
2. Move.
Leeds need someone to lift them now. There's plenty of time left. They just need a lift.
Well, there isn't there? 27 minutes, 26 minutes still left to play. 8 points is nothing.
Nothing. A momentum will change. Just need someone to stick his hand up and say, right, lads, come on.
Disc it away to Bailey. Bailey trying to bustle his way through.
One big hit, 140-20 will do it. Why there's no need for him to... Look, he's outside. That's all he had to do there, Rob Burrow, was to hang on.
Well,
this is what, I always argue, I think I argue with Brian in the studio sometimes. Just watch, if he holds back a little bit, right, that's an easy kick. That's an easy kick. He could have got, look at the target he had. He had another 18 metres to hit for the 40-20. He should have just held back a little bit, and then just gone for the foot. And that 140-20 would have just lifted the whole side, the whole Leeds spectators.
As it is, it's St Helens. They'll get the head and feed, and here's Gardner. Head snapping back in the tackle. He was hit hard in the chest. Graham running into Bailey and Sinfield and Diskin.
Move. Hold it.
Huddersfield looking resplendent at the moment. These two fine sides battling out a very good semi-final.
Move.
Still has time to be a classic as well. Rugby away. Ryan Hall lumbering back now. Was he inside the 40 here? Ryan Hall certainly not taking any chances. The touch judge was right there, but Ryan Hall's done well in the end to keep it in. Here's Webb. Burrow. Senior. Here's Rob Burrow again. Peacock. Maguire.
Oh, he's committed now. Great tackle again, guy. That's anyone watching. If one goes in, you've all got to go in. Great
Melly's with the tackle.
Melly.
Tackle the arm away from Maguire, so it's not a knock-on. It's straightforward handover here. 6 tackles from here, more. So a platform for St Helens to build from. Roby, Flannery, Melly, brushing 2 away, and 3, still going, searching across the line. Oh, it's a dreadful pass. It's a dreadful pass.
It
And
is.
the opportunity's passed up.
I think a rush of blood there. Stick it up your jumper, Francis, and take it in.
Jones Buchanan.
Because they were in disarray, Leeds.
That was an escape. Robbie Paul, what do you make of it all?
Well, St Helens have thrown Leeds a lifeline there. Leeds are their own worst enemy at this point in time. What they need to do is get into St Helens' half, stay down there and build some pressure by getting back-to-back sets. At the moment, they're trying to score in every single set that they're playing.
Bailey on the halfway line.
As you said there, there's plenty of time left. There's no need to chase it yet.
Burrow
5.
with the duck and the darts.
Move, back up. Hold, go.
Tackle 6. Webb just dabbing it over the top, making St Helens do the hard work. Wellens, who's letting it bounce. This makes it a little more awkward. Galloping away.
1. Move.
So Saints start from a tough position here. Foster picked up, dragged back by Buderis.
He could be the spark. He could be the spark, Buderis.
Leeds really lifting it here. You can sense it, can't you? They know that it's important to keep St Helens here, not give away penalties, not give away breaks, force Saints to kick from deep inside their own half. Job done on 4 tackles. Job done on 5. So Saints forced to kick here. And they're going left. Moore. Webb with the catch. And it means that Leeds will start their set from here. Not bad from Saints in working it away from their own territory. Senior, good offload. Burrow, ready, willing and able and stepping, but
Good tackle.
ankles taken by McGuinness, and here comes Senior again now. Keith Senior inside Maguire. Maguire with a juggle, and Danny Maguire has done it. And you have to say, hats off to Keith Senior again.
Fantastic by Keith Senior. Fantastic, and then that's what you need. There's the spark. There's the finish. Is this pass forward though? Got to put a dampener on it. But great play by both players. Fantastic try, and that's what Leeds can do.
Well, that's terrific.
He runs in, yeah, comes across. Watch him, he's tracking him. He catches it. Great finish. Right, now this is it. Is it forward? Great play, comes in, stretches the arm, forward.
Wow. Let's not take away though from the quality of the play. Senior suddenly injected himself there as if to say, let's make something happen, and he made it happen, didn't he?
And that's what happens. He goes in, he attacks the forwards who are tired.
And Sinfield's goal means there are only 2 points in it again. 20 points to 22. Senior with a terrific run down the middle. Maguire, there would have been so many hearts in mouths. Oh, and he just held on.
He had the pace to get there. He's going to catch that ball. He's a great support player. This guy.
Outside, lads.
Well, here we go. It's all on now.
He'd be a lot happier.
Leeds 20, St Helens 22. 1 hour played, 20 mesmeric minutes still to come. Bailey. Good charge by him.
Oh,
Penalty given. St Helens' turn to be just a little bit rattled and rocked here.
Guys, interference, pull him back.
and giving 2 penalties away now in key areas. Lost possession.
Sinfield's kick. Mick Potter suddenly a little more worried than he would have been, the St Helens coach. But they can wear the smiles, at least of hope, because their side are still trailing.
One, move, hold, go.
Badeiras.
Hey.
Burrow. It's been grabbed up by the big man.
Move.
Put down. 4 tackles to come here, Leeds. Giving themselves a very good position. Jones Buchanan. What little pop out of the back door. Senior again. Still battling away.
Move.
Hauled down in the end. Badeiras. Bailey. Wrapped around the hips by Graham.
He's added something, Badeiras, definitely.
You can feel the noise now. You can feel the momentum shifting to Leeds.
Oh, well done, Lee Smith.
Back to Sinfield.
Why are they throwing these balls? They're just...
Here comes tackle 6.
It'll go
St
right.
Helens in defence, desperate to hang on. Maguire measures it, give it away.
Oh, calm down, like they're all going crazy, aren't they?
Wilkie with a little flick pass
I know.
there.
I thought Wilkie should have just pinned his ears back and gone for it and gone, just put yardage away from their try line. I think they're all struggling at the moment. They need to find a second, third or fourth wind.
There is a flatness about Saints at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah. It's all about momentum. We've spoken about it so many times. And at the moment it's Leeds. Can they score again? Well, they've got it. But Saints will come back.
And they're just getting as much oxygen into their lungs as they can at the moment. They're a side just for the moment running on empty, but they will get it back. Kick from Wilkin.
And they've got to keep their concentration here as well, because Leeds have got the players to go from here.
Hold those discipline sets.
They'll take their time here. Both sides are tiring, as you would expect. So
One.
deep into a game like
Move.
this.
Hold, go.
It's Badeiras. It's Brett Delaney.
2, move, hold, go.
Peacock. Jones Buchanan.
3rd,
Take
move.
that.
Wait, goal.
And
3.
he's taken it and he's given a bit as well. And Leeds on the fringes. Here's Senior again.
4, move.
If Burrow had been behind, he would have offloaded, but Burrow was ahead of him.
Play on.
Badeiras away from acting half. Wonderful! Absolutely sensational by Danny Badeiras. Webb's going over, but it is Badeiras they're swamping to congratulate for the break of the pass. And Leeds, in the blink of an eye, are in the lead again.
What an impact. I thought he would make an impact. The intensity he's brought to Leeds since coming on has been spectacular. Defensively, he's stepped up and done some big hits. And now, moment of magic. You're not the best player in Australia for nothing. Spotted the gap. And then the lovely offload. Just watch. Disarray. He goes in, out, puts his foot down, flips the pass. Good full back play, good support play. But all the congratulations goes to Danny Badeiras. Great play, great flick.
Well, Brent Webb with a big smile on his face because he knew the job had been done. It's the kind of try that St Helens normally score against opponents. But it was they who found themselves, as Jonathan said, in complete disarray.
Okay.
The outstanding dummy half play by Danny Badeiras. Kevin Sinfield with a chance to add the 2. It just shows how the game's evolved, doesn't it, in your day, all those years ago. 6 and 7 and 13 were the key players, and they're still fairly influential, but the number 9 these days is so important, isn't it?
Dave, I don't think it has. It's the key players. The workload has increased, definitely, but the key players, 9, 60, 9, 6, 7. The work is done by, the forwards. The key plays are done by those kind of players. Just watch him. Disarray at marker. He spots it. Lovely offload. Good support. Now it'll be interesting to see how St Helens respond, because if Leeds can score again...
Well, it's an absolutely fabulous cup semi-final.
Discipline has gone a little bit as well.
But St Helens are by no means out of this.
No, but they've got to respond now.
Tanya Arnold on the touchline, what news?
Yeah, Matty Ashurst has just headed for the dressing room with a nasty cut over his eye. He's going to have stitches.
Thanks, Tanya. 15 minutes left to play, and it is still absolutely in the balance here, and do not rule out extra time. Oh, big hit by Graham on Burgess. Prop to prop, shoulder to shoulder.
You can sense that with Leeds. Oh, good tackle, Pulatua. You can sense it now. Leeds are thinking, if we can just get another one now.
Webb away to Jones Buchanan. Jones Buchanan down that left centre's channel. Couple of tackles to come here. Leeds will finish the set inside St Helens half. Sinfield, Bailey looking for the offload. Sinfield thought about over top, then Maguire, who was kicking, passing, running before he'd even caught it.
Yeah, catch it first, usually a good tip. They've certainly picked up the tempo now, Leeds.
Don't forget the red button. Email us rugbyleague@bbc.co.uk. Rugby League issues. Let us know what you're thinking at the moment. All starts 4:30 after we finished here. And the sport rolls on and on. Final score, BBC One at 4:40. First day of the new championship, the football championship season, of course. And to underline that fact, match of the day live, BBC One, 5:05. Leeds United against Derby County. Penalty tap restart for St Helens here inside the Leeds half. Remember, if it is all square, after 80 minutes, we go to the golden point, extra time. And we've seen that drama on a couple of occasions now, haven't we? Justin Morgan's Hulkingston Rovers involved last season against Warrington. Lee Breers, the man who was the hero for Warrington on that day, who will be involved tomorrow, of course. Warrington against Catalan. That's a match you'll see on BBC Two tomorrow afternoon. It'll be as good as this, you know. Make sure you're watching. And this is far from finished. Here's Roby, 12 yards away. Wilkin, Pulatua, senior, Pulatua, knock on. Desperately hard pass for Scott Moore to gather in, and I think one or two of the Leeds players said something. Scott Moore's incensed and unwisely reacts.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's one part of Ryan Bailey's game that I don't like.
Started by Bailey, response by Moore, and then nothing more after that. Okay, mate, no worries. Scott, Ryan. Time off, it's okay, I'll deal with it, thanks.
He doesn't need to do it, does he, Ryan Bailey?
Paul, do you want to come in? He's walking away, okay.
Invitation to the Saints captain.
Right. Nothing stupid at this stage, fellas. Somebody going to give a penalty away, it could cost you the game. Hey, yeah, but there's also a retaliation. Okay.
Anyway, I just watched the tap on the head. He comes in now, Bailey, just watch. There's no need for that, you see.
He's irritated enough, isn't he?
Yes,
Without the tap on the head.
Exactly.
It's great, isn't it? 12 minutes left to play, just over. And it's a really, really good cup semi-final here, as we always expected it would be. Plenty of noise around the Gulf Farm. Maguire.
3. Move. Go.
This is Burrow. Leeds looking to quicken things here from dummy half if they can.
Stand up. 4. Hold.
Slow play the ball because it was a surrender in the tackle, so the defender's allowed to hang on for longer than he would normally. Senior. He's carrying through with them, put on his back though, so it's going to be another slowish play the ball on this, the 6th tackle, so Saints defenders ready to rush out if they can. Leeds go blind, Sinfield with a kick back on the inside, that's clever, but it doesn't quite work out, and it might have offered the initiative here to St Helens. Gardner.
Very clever play by Sinfield. He told Webb what was happening. Webb was there. If he picks it up, he could have been under the posts.
2. Move.
Melly. Leeds anxious not to give any penalties away here. St Helens anxious to try and get away. Graham's throwing it away between two defenders, and Leeds have it back again.
Move.
Gift from Saints, who are looking heavy-limbed just at the moment, as much psychologically as physiologically.
Yeah.
Which takes some saying at this time of the semi-final.
It does. Impressed, Dave. Very impressed.
Baderas. Here's Burgess.
Leeds have just got to employ the kicking game. I said, they keep Saints away from their try line. That's one ingredient. Pace. Leeds have their advantage.
Sinfield. Here's Bailey. Pushing off 2 defenders. Flannery there. Tackle 6. I don't think they'll think about drop goal at this stage. And look to keep the pressure on, though. Sinfield's kick is not the best.
He checked, he dummied the kick, which allowed then the players to overrun it.
Oh, Foster with a quick one. Signal to the referee to see if that was okay. He said yes, and Badera's quick to react from Leeds defence. Gardner. Up towards the halfway. Cunningham. Now Roby again. High-ish from Bailey.
Why do it? You know, he's thrown he's tapped someone on the head. He's thrown the high shot, put his team under pressure again. St Helens haven't looked like scoring from distance.
So Wilkins' kick. And that high shot from Bailey has given St Helens a really good position here and a chance to really hammer this Leeds line again. 10 minutes to play. Anything could happen. Cunningham. Roby. Gets it away nicely enough, and here's Jacob Emmett. Cunningham. The old man rolling in again. Moore. Away to Cunningham. Back to Helens. Helens off the left foot and runs.
He's so dangerous that anywhere near the try line.
Getting closer. Cunningham.
He's
Graham. Graham! James Graham scored! The fingers pointed, but Leeds are furious, and that was a forward pass. Well, having given it...
He has given it, I think.
Hang on, hang on.
He's given it.
Let's see what he has to say here.
I understand it's a big call. I can't have him right in my face like that. I'm going to let you on this occasion. I'm going to let you sort him. All right, any more than that, it's going off.
Well, all he stopped to do there is Jamie Jones Buchanan was complaining straight away, so the referee has given the try. Let's clear that up. It is a try for James Graham, but then he had a word with Jamie Jones Buchanan for complaining. Ryan Bailey's just hurled his drinks bottle to the ground.
And it's his fault they've given him a field position. If he doesn't do the high shot, they don't score a try. Simple as, look at your own game first.
Cunningham away here. Now the question is, was that forward? And did he have control? Well, he had control, didn't he? And it doesn't matter because the finger's pointed from the referee, so you can argue all you like, you're not going to change his mind.
I honestly don't know what they're arguing about, to be honest.
Well, I think it was a forward pass from Cunningham to Graham, but the video referee can't judge that.
No, so...
Because they were looking to the touch judge as if he might have had an input on that decision. Foster's kick has given St Helens the lead again. Well, it's a cracker, isn't it?
Have a look. Yeah,
is that forward?
That's forward.
Well, that's where the complaint was.
But once the try is given, you cannot complain. Look, you know that.
Sinfield with a kick, Helens with a catch. St Helens start again. Leeds 26. St Helens 28.
Discipline has been a huge influence on this second half, Dave. You know, they've got field position, they've given field position away St Helens, which Leeds have scored, and now the high shot by Bailey has given St Helens the... And again, you see now the body language has changed. Now it's St Helens who are on the up. Again, the momentum.
Oh. Big hit by Graham there. He's got a bit of a debt to pay to his side. Cunningham. Roby, Helens, good ball away to Cunningham, and here's Wilkin.
You'd imagine now that they might stick it up the jump a little bit.
Well, they're not doing.
No.
Here's Flannery. Flannery out to Melly. Melly cuts back on the inside. They're chasing shadows. Eventually, they catch the man.
5 at last. They need a repeat set now. Slow it down, get a repeat set.
Who's got the cool head here? Wilkin puts a kick up too far, and it means that it'll be a tap back on the 20.
And that's the difference, maybe. Just needed a little grubber kick.
Tanya Arnold.
Yeah, I've got Leon Price with me. Leon, how are the nerves?
Not good, not good. It's a really exciting game. Obviously, it's going to go down to the final second.
What do you think is going to be the difference now?
I think difference, we've got Kieran back on the field. We needed him on the field. You know, when he were off the field, we seemed to lose his way a bit. We've got him back on the field. It's just defence and don't make an error.
I have to say, you're jumping up and down, screaming, shouting, yelling.
That means everything, doesn't it? It's Wembley. It's only 7 minutes away from Wembley, aren't we?
Leon, thanks very much.
Cheers.
Summed up in one sentence.
Massive prize, massive prize.
Here comes Burrow, left to Senior. Senior now takes on Gidley, brushes him away, inside for Jones Buchanan. Offloaded to Burrow. Burrow with a step, Foster misses. Burrow again. Got to by Wellens. 2 tackles to come. Inside for Webb. Along to Peacock. Peacock props it up.
He's in.
Nice Maguire.
He's in.
Danny Maguire for glory. Danny Maguire for Wembley. Danny Maguire for Leeds. Might just have won it. What a try. And what a moment. And it might just be the moment of this Challenge Cup semi-final.
What a ball, Jamie Peacock. But again, his forte, the support play. He can sniff it. Look at that try ratio, fantastic. As soon as he gets the ball, he was in.
Well, again, the prop here, Jamie Peacock, played an immense role, didn't he?
Immense. Just watch, takes the ball in. Just watch him tracking, inside ball, try. Pace, incredible.
Well, Danny Maguire, that, by the way, is his 201st touchdown in his career. He's had a few memorable ones. I think that might just be in the top 10 in terms of what it means to his side, what it means to them. 30 points to 28. It tilts Leeds his way. Kevin Sinfield with a chance to add 2 more points here. It's a pretty important kick because if he puts this one over, then St Helens would have to score a try and kick the goal. And the immense pressure that would put on the shoulders of young Jamie Foster, who no doubt is up to it, but just adds an extra ingredient, if and but. Sinfield, over it goes. 32 for Leeds, 28 for St Helens, and Danny Maguire is a Leeds hero again.
Yeah, just watch the tracking. He tracks and tracks, he spins, he offloads, and there he is.
Well, how much does that mean? 5 minutes left to play. And don't go making a cup of tea just yet, because it's not finished. Here comes Wellens, out goes Roby, over to Gidley. Roby's trying to get there in support. Gidley is clobbered down eventually.
Well, unfortunately for Gidley, his winger wasn't there because he did the kick-off.
Penalty.
Oh, no.
Well, this now is the importance of that Kevin Sinfield kick, because they have to go for the try. First drive in is by young Jacob Emmett. 5 tackles from here for St Helens to rescue their Wembley dream. Cunningham, Graham, Wellens, sandwiched. A big meaty Leeds muscly sandwich too. Cunningham intercepted. Offside. Offside. Penalty for St Helens. And again they have to run it here.
I think so, Dave.
Well, that was a touch judge's call, wasn't it? Clint Sherrod on the far side called that because the referee had his back to it. I think it was the other side. Anyway, it was one of them.
It's all happening, Dave.
So here we go. St Helens supporters behind those sticks. Anxious and desperate. More with a step.
Move!
Pulled down. 5 more tackles to come. Cunningham. Pulatua. Big and strong and powerful. But none of those in enough measure.
That's what they're going to do now. That's their strength. That's what they've done all game.
Keith Senior's ready for Kieran Cunningham going here, but Cunningham's going to throw it left to Moore, and Moore throws it out to Wilkin, and Wilkin, Early has put the kick in, and that's a poor kick, because it's taken on the full. It's a tap back on the 20, and Leeds might just have escaped with their lives. It was a real poor selection of play, that, wasn't it?
Yes. Not the greatest call by John Wilkin. Needed a look.
Surrender!
Oh, he had tackles in the bag as well.
Plenty of tackles in the bag. It's a poor option.
Tackles in the bag. And it might be the moment. But there are lots of mights and ifs and maybes. And there are lots of those to come. Brian McLennan, itchy on his seat, can't sit still. Knows his side are on the verge. But with 3 minutes left to play against St Helens, it is an eternity. When the scoreline is separated by only 4 flimsy points. Maguire with a kick off the feet of Wilkin. Wilkins after this. Badeiras, it's another 6. It's another set of 6. So Leeds will just drive it downfield. Burrow, Jones Buchanan. Leeds are close to winning it now. Badeiras to Eastwood. Eastwood with a step, still going. The referee's just urging the Saints players to get out of the way. Badeiras to Webb, to Peacock. That's all he has to do. All he has to do. Taking it close. It's Badeiras again. Luluai with a drive. Held up, held on his back. The referee can see that clearly. Doesn't need a video referee. Doesn't need to waste any time here.
5th and last tackle though.
So what do they do here?
Hold the line, Saints.
Repeat set. That's all they're going to do. Repeat set. Put a grubber in. Put a grubber in.
That was tackle 5. So here comes the last. The referee wants him back another couple of yards.
Okay, hold.
That's okay for Leeds because a few more seconds are being wasted while that happens. Here comes Sinfield. Sinfield puts the kick in. It ricochets. They'll accept that, Leeds. They'll be okay with that, won't they? Because St Helens have got an awful lot of yards to cover here. Gidley's taking it on. This is Roby. Moore. Saints desperate for a miracle now. That's what's required. In the 1 minute that's left in the game, and the miracle might be on here as Melly tries to take it in. Oh, and has thrown it away, and that might just be the game. Lee Smith, and Leeds won't risk anything now in what remains.
No, up the jumper.
Danny Maguire. Leeds fans are already celebrating here. They already think it's done.
Well, that's all they're going to do now. Just look, they're all round the ball.
Taken in by Delaney. Here's Lee Smith. 27 minutes, 27 seconds rather left to play. Lee Smith wastes about 5 of them. Collected by Jones Buchanan.
Yes.
They'll be going for a touch here, won't they?
Yeah, just kick it a touch. Not going to do it. Just kick it a touch. And that's what he's going to do.
Burrow puts it out.
St
Helens desperately trying to get there to man the scrum to try and stop the clock. Have they got time? Yes, they have. 3 seconds to go when the clock is stopped. There is still time for something absolutely astonishing here. But it is going to take something absolutely and utterly astonishing. Here we go. Here we go.
The only guy can get that is
last play of the game.
Gardner.
Melly, Wellens, hooter sounds, Gardner runs into Wellens. They've got to keep it alive. They can't keep it alive. The ball is lost. Down it goes. The hooter sounds, the whistle sounds. It's Leeds at Wembley for the first time in 11 years. Danny Maguire, the hero. 2 tries on the day. It's Leeds who march on. Saints denied. And what an outstanding semi-final that was. One job left to do, Jonathan Davis.
Well, you know, I had to pick a man of the match. I thought Senior was fantastic, Badeiras, you know, with Scott Moore was unbelievable there for Saints. Cunningham, but for me, Mike Carnegie, man of the match. 2 magnificent tries at crucial parts of the game. Carnegie, man of the match. Danny Maguire.
Well, Leeds have won plenty of grand finals in recent years. Now they have a chance, this team, to win a Challenge Cup final, and you cannot begin to describe how much that means to that club and that city. Full time, Leeds are through to Wembley. They have beaten St Helens by 32 points to 28.